talk about how to do the wiring of AMF 9 module. So the first thing is to change the polarity of the diodes from negative bias to positive. Then also, second thing is also to look for all the cables tagged OCs under the relays, the DC relay only, the 12 volt DC relay only. The 230 volt DC relay does not have any diode under it. So we are dealing here with just 12 volt DC relay, and this crank relay, they are also 12 volts. So any OCs cable, all the OCs cable under the DC relay and the crank and fuel relay, the OCs there, we are changing the polarity from positive to negative. So that's the second step. Our first step is to reverse the polarity of the diodes from negative to positive. Then we also reverse the polarity of our cables. We change them from positive to negative, which is OCs. OCs in the wiring installation for AMF 25, OCs is connected on positive, but here we are going to change it to negative. So the third step is to look for our emergency stop. Our emergency stop cable, the number is 005, so which is connected to the side of the ATS, and at some point the side of the ATS here, one corner there, and at some point you might see it at the front of the ATS panel here. So this is the third phase, whereby we will look for the cable connected to 005. At that place, we will look for the cable and then check for the cable is supposed to be numbered 4, which is negative. We'll check the cable, trace it, and bring it and remove it from the negative and connect it on positive. That is the third step. Then the fourth step is the assembling of the wirings of the AMF 9. The wiring of AMF 9 is kind of different from AMF 25. So that's the fourth step. So we'll go through it one after the other. Get me a plier, a cutter. Okay. So our second phase is removing. This is where the OCs cable. Yes. No, I've not changed. So this is the OCs cable. It is connected on this breaker. The OCs cable that comes from here. There's one OCs cable that comes from here, which is this. This is it. That comes from under this relay. This is it. Then the OCs cable that comes from this fuel and crank relay also, it's coming from here. So what we are going to do now is to be able to trace this in a proper way. We'll be cutting out the cable ties so that it can be easier. Don't save down. Okay, so this is the after cutting the cable tie and I removed the pipe fitting. I can be able to. The reason is just for me to be able to trace the cables so I can know which one is connected to OCs. There is a cable coming from the gate contactor, which is also positive. It's also connected to this breaker. So all I need to do is to trace the cable as well. Trace the cable so I can be sure that I am not connecting any other cable that is not connected to the relay, the crank relay, the fuel relay, and the DC 12 volt relay. So what we are dealing with here is all OCs cable that are connected to the 12 volt DC relay and this crank relay is what we want to change their polarity from positive to negative. So we'll be removing them and we'll connect them to negative, which is number 4. So meter, please. Meter. Yes. So this is the diode. This is how it's being connected to the connectors under the relay, the base relay. So these are it looks like. So we are going to measure the diodes now to read the polarity, if it is showing in positive way or in negative way. So you can see that this is my first testing. I put my negative at the left side and my positive at the right side. So the meter is not giving us any readings, any values. You can see. So as I said earlier, you can see I have now connected the positive to the left side and the negative to the right side. So you can see that there are readings from the meter. So which means this is how you will connect your diode when you are connecting. Previously there is a hash line by the right side. That's how it was connected before from factory, but now you are going to change the polarity to this side, which means you need to follow the hash line. The hash line has to be by the left side. So the diode has been connected, and you can see the hash line is now facing the left side. Before it was previously at the right side. So this is how your diode must be positioned as well. So the next step is to, as I said earlier, trace the cable. These two OCs cable are coming from under this crank and ferrule relay. I have 3 cables with me as I speak, and the 3 cables, one is coming to under this relay, which is 06, and the remaining 2 are coming from under of this fuel and crank relay. This is fuel. 2 OCs cable are coming from under this crank and ferrule relay. I have 3 cables with me as I speak, and the 3 cables, one is coming to under this relay, which is 06, and the remaining 2 are coming from under of this fuel and crank relay. This is fuel, which has number 33, and this is crank, which has number 04. So other things to check is that, as I said earlier, there is a cable connected from 06 connected on the gate contactor connector. You need to trace it, ensure that you isolate it from the OCs that is being looped. These OCs, they are looped. The OCs cables, they are looped. So all you just need to do is check where the OCs coming from, the cable labeled OCs coming from the gate contactor going to the under of the base relay that's being connected under of the base relay. So you need to look for it. So here now, my own OCs coming from the gate contactor cable is looped at the first relay at the right side, the base relay at the right side. So I would remove the cable, and after removing the cable, I'll connect the cable and bring it on this breaker. Then after that, I will ensure that all the OCs cable, they are looped. All I just need is that they should be looped from here to here, from here to here. Then this 230 volts does not have anything to do with what we are doing. Then you bring it from here also to here. So just find a way around it and loop all the OCs cables together, and ensure that it is only the relays that have OCs cable, cable, no, a cable that is being labeled OCs. Anything that is being labeled OCs under the relays, that's what we are dealing with here. Any other OCs that is inside the connector, that is on the gate relay, or any of the equipment here in the ATS panel, we don't have any other things to do with them. So the only thing we have things to do with is just the OCs cable that is labeled OCs. Any cable that is labeled OCs under the relays only. Please note, under the relays only. Okay, so I have cut out the cable connected under this relay here, that's coming from the gate contactor that is connected under this cable labeled 06. So I have isolated it. I will be connecting it directly on this breaker, the first breaker by the left, by the upper left. AMF. So the cable coming from the gate contactor, which is positive, has been connected on the breaker. The breaker is positive. So Okay, so this is the O6 cable. I want to connect it to negative, which is the cable that labeled 4. So so you can see the cable is connected under negative. So that's the next thing to be done. So we have this is the emergency stop cable connector. It's by the side of the generator where I am presently. The generator that I am with presently is having its emergency stop button by the side, which is the left side. So the cable we want to deal with here is this 005. You will see 006 and 6, which is connected on the same connector. You will see 005 and 4, which is also connected on the same connector. So we are to look for this cable number 4. You have to trace it to the ATS panel. So it's the wire, the pipe fitting is this tiny one that you are looking at. So after tracing the cable, I realized that the cable comes here. So I'll be removing the cable from here and I'll be connecting it to positive. The cable is presently connected to negative, which is number 4. So I will remove it and look for positive for it in one of these connectors. So that's the third step, changing the polarity of the emergency stop from negative to positive. So you can see this is the cable number 4 connected to emergency stop at the side of the DG panel, DG body, and this is the O6, which is positive. So I connected it, I traced the cable and I connected it on positive. It was previously negative, as I said earlier, so I changed the polarity from negative to positive. So this is the settings of AMF 25. So I actually set the label of the cable so that you can see it. So you can see this is 005, this is 52, this is followed by 51, 10, 6, 5, 7, 72, which is next block. So this is the what's it called, the mains, and this is the generator, the neutral and live cable. This is the current, and this is the binary output cables, and this is the fuel sensor, temperature sensor, and this is RPM. So in AMF 9 we won't be making use of this RPM in AMF 9. So these are just the cables that we want to deal with. So this particular upper top of the DG module, the cables will remain the same, but there is something which is for on AMF 25 single phase generator, the live and neutral, it has 1 neutral and then 3 live, which is for AMF 25 wiring. But for AMF 9 configuration wiring, you need to have just 1 neutral and 1 live. Then loop your neutral from here to line 2 and line 3. Same thing you have to do for mains. Single phase generator only. For 3-phase generator, it remains the same. You have 1 neutral and 3 live. But for single phase generator on AMF 9, you have 1 live, 1 neutral, 1 live. Then your neutral, you loop it to line 1 and line 2. Same thing for mains and generator, which is line 2 and line 3. So from your neutral, you bring it to line 2 and line 3. So also your binary output cable, it is connected from the left side, which is you have your fuel solenoid, your starter, which is cable 40. Cable 40 is your starter. Trying to make it live. So you have cable 40, which is your starter. You have 12, which is DCB close. Then you have 06, which is MCB close and open. Then you have your 27 and your cable number 63. Then your power remains the same, you don't have to change anything. So what I'm trying to get to here is that on AMF 25 the cables are you start them from the left, but on AMF 9 you have to start them from the right. Okay, so this is your AMF 9 DG module. This is how it looks like. You can see this is the back of it, and here you have your binary input. You can see your binary input 1 start from the right, then followed by binary input 2 to binary input 8. Then you have your binary output. On AMF 25 binary output started from the left side, but your binary output on the AMF 9 starts from on the AMF 25 binary output started from the left side, but your binary output on the AMF 9 starts from the right side. So you have your emergency stop cable first, which is the emergency stop cable that is connected here, 005. You have to remove it and bring it to this place. It won't be at the top anymore, so you have to remove it and bring it here. Very important. And followed by your binary output 1 cable 2, which is cable number 33, binary output 1 cable 33, binary output 2 cable 40, which is 33 is your fuel solenoid, and binary output 2 40 cable labeled number 40 is your starter. So followed by your DCB close and open feedback, then followed by your MCB close and open feedback and others. So that's it. Then also followed by your fuel oil pressure, temperature, coolant, and then your fuel level cable, which is these 3 cables that I discussed about earlier. Cable number 15, 8, and cable number 7. So your cable number 15 will come to number 25. Number 25 here, which is the second. You have the first one 27, second one 26, then now the third one on your connector, number 25. Your cable number 15 will comes in there, then followed by your cable number 8, which will be on 24, then followed by cable number labeled number 7, which will be on 23. Then you have to use a ground. You have to get negative to connect on this particular port, which is on top of number 22. So we will start the wiring now, and I will show it after that. So as I said earlier, this is the way I connected it. 72 mainspray block, SD water level, SD temp, SD oil, SD temp, water level, DCB feedback, MCB feedback. Then this is a single phase generator. So this is my neutral, and this is my live. This is also the mains, my neutral. This is the mains, and so this is how it's being connected. This is the cable, so you can see. This is a single phase generator. This is my live, and this is my neutral, and my neutral was looped to line 2 and line 3. Same to mains and generator. Then this is the current reading. Then this is the cable I'm talking about, your temperature, your oil pressure, and then the fuel level. 15, cable 15, 8, and 7. So then you put a ground, which is negative, to the fourth part of it. The first 2 by the left, there is nothing there, and the first 2 by the right, there is nothing connected to the port. Then this is the binary output. The emergency stop from the binary input that was here on AMF 25 has now been connected to binary output, which is 005. Then your fuel, your starter, DCB close, MCB close, and others. So your power remains the same. So that's all. Okay, so we are through with the wiring, so we want to go to the part of the configuration. So you connect your printer cable to the back of the AMF 9 module, and you will see that it's powered. Your laptop will power it. You don't need any outer voltage source of power. So when you open the app, it's going to open this way. Then you can locate the serial number of the AMF 9 when you log in, and you will notice that before you click on this particular serial number, this open shows gray. So I want to remove the cable now, so you can see that you won't see this guy anymore. You can see, so I returned it now. It's supposed to show back. So click on it, then the open will show red, then open.
How many kV do you need from this?
So your password, default password is username is administrator. So it has to be small letter. Then your password is this serial number. That's the default password. So which is 234286D4. So you click on OK. Then you come to tools. The next thing you need to do is to change the configuration. You have to come to tools. You need to change the password. Come to tools, come to user administration, then change password. So your current password is this serial number that I said earlier, which is 234286D4. So we are changing the password to Meccano, capital letter M. Meccano. Let me press this at 1 2 3. So Meccano at 1 2 3. Same thing has to be here. So let me press it. 1 2 3.
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay, can I use this one?
1 2 3.
Oh, now not
so now there's an Excel Word file that shows the guideline of how to install the module. And
oh, okay, can I use this one?
1 2 3.
Oh, now not
so now there's an Excel Word file that shows the guideline of how to install the module and how to configure the module. So here you can see this is the username is administrator and the password is Meccano at 1 2 3. That's the password you will change it to. The previous default password is going to be the serial number of the module. So now the email that you are going to use to change the password is here in the Word document. So you just come here, atccontroller@meccano/international.com. so just copy, then go back to the module and paste. So then press OK. So you can see password and email were successfully changed. Okay, then come back to control. So what we want to do now is to change the configuration to import the CFG file. So import configuration, you go to user configuration. So I'm looking for the file. So this is the file. Open. Then once the file open, you are going to see a particular place where you will write.
Okay, you need to remove all those cables.
So what happened was that I had to unplug all this cable, and I only leave the printer cable connected to it. So my laptop is the one powering the module. So the configuration is done now. We are good to go. So that is all. That is just all you need to do. This is just how to install and then configure the AMF9 COM card. So from the start of installing the AMF9 COM card, you need the COM card is going to come this way. You slot it in this way. You insert it underneath of the plastic. There's a kind of plastic that will hold it, so you have to slot it. Ensure that it enters under. You can see the gaps here and you can see the gaps here. Ensure that the card enters there. Then putting it this way does not mean that the card has properly entered the slot. So you have to still make sure that these connectors that are here are also clipped. So you can see after I clipped it in, you can see that it started showing a green light, but at some sites you will be seeing red light. So it requires some configurations that you need to do. So either you see green light or you see red light, you still proceed to come and do the configuration. Then while your cable remains, A should be at the right, then your B RS485A should be yellow, which should be at the right, then RS485B cable should be at the left side. So you can see properly. After I connect the cable, this light started blinking. It wasn't blinking before. So coming to the configuration, you come to the page side. This is known as the page button, same as the page on the AMF25. So this is the page button. You click on it, click enter on login, then click login. The password is 1 on user ID, then click on enter, then the password is in. At some sites you have to make sure that this production mode is disabled. So when you enter it, you disable it. At some sites you see it will be enabled, but ensure you disable it. Then press back, then come to communication settings. Controller address, the default value is 1. The current value should be 10
For one generator.
Yes. For generator 1. So it should be 10. If you have 2 gen on side, that means you have to put the second generator on 11. You get, so which means to have generator 1 we have 10, generator 2 we have 11. So you go back, then proceed to plug-in mode. Plug-in mode must be enabled. Let me go back. You can see that this is where we want to do our COM card RS485 and RS232 configuration. But once you noticed you are on site and you are trying to check for CM RS232 to RS485 COM card configuration, if you cannot find COM card configuration, if you cannot see it, just come here. That means this guy is disabled. So you can see that it's not here anymore. So if you have that challenge, just come to plugin modules, click on it, then make sure it is enabled, then go back. You would see it there. You can see it has pop up. So click on the COM card configuration. Your COM1 mode remains direct. Your COM1 communication speed should be 9600. Then proceed down. Your COM2 mode should be mode bus. Then proceed to COM2 Modbus communication speed, which is supposed to be 19200. If you meet it at 9600, the default is 9600, but you have to set it to 19200. So COM1 mode, don't forget, direct. COM1 communication speed 9600. COM2 mode, it should be Modbus. Then COM2 Modbus communication speed should be 19200. So if you have that configuration like that, your generator should be visible.